Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is so exciting to see you here. Today we've got a fun little video. So we're going to be doing a Q&A that you guys have sent me the questions on Instagram. And then while we're discussing these questions, I thought I would do my makeup. I don't really have anywhere to go, but I just feel like that would be fun to do. And then maybe if anybody wanted to know my makeup routine, we can cover that all in one video. Okay, let me get the questions up. So the first question is, would you have preferred growing up in England or in America? So if you guys didn't know, I am technically I'm American and British. I was born in the US, but I grew up in the US, but my whole family's British. So my parents are both British. All my family has British accents apart from me. But I moved over to England for university. And I've been here ever since. So I guess the question is, would I have preferred living and growing up in England versus America? Also, I'm gonna have to expose my forehead because I didn't even think about the fact that I'm doing my makeup. The thing is, I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. So if I had grown up in England, I would have been a completely different person. I think I would have lived such a different life growing up, and obviously our life situations impact us so heavily growing up. So I'm really happy I grew up the way I did. Guys, it's actually really difficult trying to talk and do my makeup. Really grateful for how I grew up and like my parents and my family and all my friends growing up, so I honestly wouldn't change it for the world. So I grew up in California and in Rhode Island. So I was born in Rhode Island, and then we moved to California, and then we moved back to Rhode Island. So honestly, I wouldn't change a thing. Does that make any sense? I literally don't know. Okay, next question. There's so many about Victor in here. It is so cute to me. I love it. You don't love as much as I do. How did you and Victor meet? Couple goals. Firstly, thank you. I'm obsessed with him. He's so cute. So it's actually so funny because Victor and I have different answers on this, because I say we met on Hinge because we did, but Victor says we met on a street corner. And in fairness, we did physically meet on a street corner on our first date, but we were first introduced to each other on Hinge. I have no shame in that because that's how we met, and he's been such an amazing part of my life. It was organized by me because he was new to London, and I was like, oh, I'll be your tour guide. I was a horrible tour guide. Sorry, Victor. Let me get the Victor ones out of here. How long have you and Victor been together? So Victor and I have been together for nearly 3 years now, which is honestly so bonkers to me. Like, I don't know where the time's gone, and when I look back at photos of us from when we were first started dating, we look like such little babies. I'll insert a picture here. So cute! And I just realized I literally haven't told you anything that I'm using. Basically, I've just put some of this e.l.f. Halo Glow on my face, and then I also put some of this Fit Me Matte Poreless by Maybelline. These, I'm not kidding, are my holy grail products. I've been using this foundation for probably about 6 years. Maybe, I don't know. Since whenever I found it, I've used it since then. I don't actually know how long it's been, but it's been ages. All right, moving on. Okay, so the next question is things you learned being in a relationship about yourself and life in general. Love you. Love you too! What do you learn about yourself? I would definitely say I've personally learned to be so much more patient. I used to be such like a snappy person, and because I hadn't spent a lot of time in close proximity with people, I could get like really like overwhelmed and like frustrated really easily. So I've definitely learned to like not be like a sassy little sass pot, you know what I mean? I feel like every relationship is different, so and what you learn is also going to be completely individual to the person. Guys, this might get a little bit cheesy, SOS, I'm so sorry. For me, honestly, I would say Victor has helped me learn how to love myself and like embrace myself, and he's just helped me become such a confident person. Like, I feel like I was confident before meeting him, but I feel like all of those parts that I didn't like about myself or I was really insecure about, don't get me wrong, I still have insecurities, but I just feel like he's made me such a better person, and he's really just helped me appreciate all the little things about myself that I might not have known or liked about myself previously. And I also just think he's made me just such a good person. Like, he's just really, like, he has the patience of a saint, and he just really is the best human being I've ever met. Hence why I'm literally obsessed with him. I think also being in a relationship teaches you to be vulnerable, and that's such like a scary feeling of like truly letting somebody into like your like deepest, darkest secrets that you are so afraid to tell anybody. Do you know what I mean? Like those like little things, those like scary things that you never want to speak about, you find you have somebody that you can speak about them with, and we're all just figuring it out. So you just like really learn to see the world through a much less selfish lens, because as humans, like, we just are really selfish, but you can't really be selfish in a relationship. You have to be willing to not be selfish. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I've answered this question so horribly, and I'm so sorry. Really cute. Really cute question. I love it. Okay, next. Tips for being in a calorie deficit. Yeah, fair enough. I'm in a calorie deficit right now, so I can give you some tips. Biggest tip is definitely volume eating. So if you don't know what volume eating is, it's basically you're eating similar amounts of calories, but you're just choosing foods that are higher in volume, so it just feels like you're eating more, and it kind of like, it just helps you feel fuller longer, because visually it feels like you're eating a lot more food. So I would definitely say volume eating, making sure you're eating balanced meals, make sure you're getting enough sleep, make sure you're drinking water. So many people neglect to drink enough water, and it just makes the biggest difference in like everything you can do. I also have a video up on my channel about 5 mistakes that people make when losing weight, so make sure you check that out, because I think it might have some really interesting stuff for you. Okay, next question is, why did you start working out? I started working out. I've always been active my whole life, but I really properly started working out again after uni. I think it was after COVID as well. I don't know, like, I just wanted to get into the gym. Like, I'd always known I was active, and I'd always known that I was going to get back into the gym, so I just kind of did. Because I liked feeling strong, and then I kind of fell in love with it, and the rest was history. Next question. Do you have any regrets in life? Yes and no. Like, there's definitely things that I feel like I'm like, yeah, I could have done without doing that. But I also know from where I am now, I just have this firm belief that everything happens for a reason. And like, everything that's happened in my life leading up to now has shaped me into the person that I am. And as much as some of those experiences may not have like gone my way or have been negative, I feel like without them, I wouldn't be me. And yeah, so in that sense, no. The only regret I have, I guess, is like not starting fitness sooner. Like, I wish I had started like working out properly in uni, because I probably would have been jacked by now and doing like thousands of pull-ups. But alas, here we are. Okay, next question is, do you do fitness/coaching full-time? No. No, I do not. I still work full-time 9 to 5. I do work from home, thankfully, but yeah, so it means that balancing everything while still working a full-time job is definitely really difficult. I don't have much of a social life, but I'm also just like not in a phase of my life where I feel like being super social, so it kind of works out. Oh my god, I literally forgot I was doing my makeup. Okay, next question is, how do you balance your schedule and fit everything in? This is a complex one. I would say personally, I'm a very busy person, but I also think I am just very good at keeping myself accountable for the things I need to do and staying on task and making time for the things I need to make time for. I used to think I was so lazy, but I realized that it wasn't laziness. It was just that I was not sleeping enough and I wasn't organized. And I think once I kind of found a way to organize myself and my time, everything started to just kind of click for me. So for example, one of my absolute biggest top tips for everybody that is trying to manage things and manage their priorities is time blocking your day. Because if you want to go for a walk during the day, but you don't schedule it in, your day will go by and you won't go on the walk. But if you know all day you've scheduled it in at 12 o'clock, you're going on a walk, you'll build the rest of your day around it. Because I don't know if you know, I spoke about this in another video. If you give yourself 2 hours to do a task, your brain will let you take 2 hours to do the task. But if you give yourself 20 minutes, you'll probably get it done in 20 minutes. So I just like to use that logic across the board. All right, next, time management tips. I feel like I just kind of went over that one. So random, but I got these off TikTok shop and I was just playing with them. Aren't they so cute? Ooh, sorry. That was a really intrusive thought. I think we need eyebrows. Oh my god, I didn't tell you what I was doing again. I'm so sorry. I'm not great at this. So for the powder, I put on this, again, Maybelline Fit Me powder, and I just tapped it in with a powder puff. I don't really know if this works any better than just like using a brush, but it makes me feel fancy, and that's all I need to know. And then I just put some blush on. I have this like beat up thing that I've had for years. If there's one thing about me and makeup, I will use that makeup until it's done, okay? Expiration dates, whom's. I know somebody just asked me in the last question, do I do coaching full time? But I just realized I haven't announced it on here. I am now an online coach. Coaching applications are open. You can apply to be trained by me, by moi, Spen Fitness, Spencer Taylor. There's a link in my bio. Check it out if you want. Limited seats available though. I've only got so much time in the day, so the seats are filling up pretty quickly, but if you want to inquire about it, y'all just let me know. Oh, are they bad? Are they equal? Don't lie to me. So the next question is, you seem so positive. How do you manage that? I just feel like I have so much to be grateful for, and that really makes the biggest difference. Like, really taking the time every single morning to appreciate all of the things around me and just know how lucky I am to be alive, full stop, let alone living the life I do. Having a bad day, having my brain a little bit more trained to look for the positive things really, really helps. Also, a big one is the people you surround yourself with. I have a very, 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 very petite circle, okay? But the people that are in that circle are some of the most amazing, kind-hearted, just like genuinely nice people I've ever met, and they make me feel so uplifted. They make me feel so loved and seen and valued, and I think that makes such a big difference. So if you're around people that constantly bring you down and are just constantly negative, you're likely going to be negative too. Same thing with social media. If you're following people that are negative and hating on people and just like not aligning with who you want to be, unfollow them. Sorry, I got like so into that. Didn't see that coming. Anyways, okay, the next question is your journey. What keeps you inspired? Like, you do a lot. I think I'll talk about my fitness journey in a different video and dedicate like a whole thing to that, but what keeps you inspired? What does keep me inspired? You know what? Victor is a really big source of inspiration for me. If you didn't know, he does music, and his music and just how he is such a big inspiration to me because he is the biggest cheerleader. He's the biggest motivator. I also try to not put too much pressure on myself. Like, I think I've now grasped the difference between doing the things I said I'm gonna do, but also leaving enough wiggle room for life to kind of just happen as it needs to. And I think as well, trusting the process, knowing that everything will happen the way it needs to. Like, my faith plays such a big part in just who I am as a person. So trusting that everything's already laid out for me is a really big help as well. So yeah, I mean, if you guys want to know more about that side of things, let me know. I will happily talk about it till the cows come home. That was the last question. This was so much fun. I feel so cute. Look at me. Look, I'm glowing. Thank you so much for getting ready and doing my makeup with me while I discuss these little questions. I love hearing from you guys, so make sure if you want me to do more videos like this, let me know. Or if you want me to elaborate on anything I spoke about in this video, again, just let me know. So yeah, it was so nice speaking to you guys. I love you literally so much. Have the best day ever, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Goodbye.